여러분 안녕하세요. 대한민국 영어 감잡기 프로젝트 데미안과 함께하는 너쉬영북 시간입니다. 이번 시간은 15강 리딩이에요. 46쪽 여기 맨 아래쪽 노란색 표시된 그 문장부터예요. 이번 시간 수업 내용은 주로 데미안하고 싱클레어의 대화가 주를 이루는데 친구 사이에서 할 수 있는 살아있는 영어 회화의 진수를 보여줍니다. 영어 회화책 속의 대화를 양식산 휘감이라고 한다면 이건 자연산 화로 같은 느낌이죠. 여러 번 감정이입해서 한번 읽어보세요. 영어의 감을 잡는데 정말 좋습니다. 특히 제가 빨간색으로 하이라이트한 영감문, 영어의 감을 잡을 수 있는 문장들 제가 그렇게 말했어요. 이것들을 소설의 맥락 속에서 뜻을 생각하면서 읽어보세요. 맛이 정말 있을 겁니다. 사실 오늘 수업에 나오는 대화문 모두가 영감문이에요. 문법 책이나 문제풀이 책에서는 절대 나오지 않는 것들이죠. 자, 그러면 어떤 것들이 있는지 한번 들어가 볼까요? You are bright and most people are stupid. I like talking to a bright fellow now and then. Someone I can trust. You don't mind, do you? Of course not, but I don't understand. Let's keep to our amusing experiment for the moment. So, we've discovered that boy S is easily frightened. He is afraid of someone. He probably shares a secret with this other person, a secret that makes him feel uneasy. Roughly speaking, does this correspond to the facts? As though in a dream, I succumbed to his voice and influence. His voice seemed to come from within myself, and it knew everything. Did it know everything more clearly and better than I did myself? Demian slapped me firmly on the shoulder. So, that's what it is. I thought it might be. Now, just one more question. Do you happen to know the name of the boy who left you back there at the Burgplatz? I was terrified. He had touched my secret. What boy? There wasn't any boy there, only me. Go on, he laughed. What's his name? Do you mean Franz Krummer? I whispered. He gave me a satisfied nod. Excellent, you are all right. We'll become friends yet. But first I have to tell you something. This Krummer, or whatever his name is, his face tells me he is a first-rate bastard. What do you think? Yes, I sighed. He's pretty bad. But he mustn't hear about this. For God's sake. He must find out anything. Do you know him? Does he know you? Relax. He's gone and he doesn't know me. Not yet. But I'd like to meet him. He goes to public school, doesn't he? Yes. What grade is he in? The 5th. But don't say anything to him, please. Don't worry, nothing will happen to you. I take it you don't want to tell me more about this Krummer. I can't. He was silent for a while. Too bad, he said. We could have carried the experiment a stage further, but I don't want to get you all upset. However, you realize, don't you, that your fear of him is all wrong. Such fear can destroy us completely. You've got to get rid of it. You've simply got to, if you want to turn into someone decent. You understand that, don't you? Certainly, you are completely right. But it's so complicated. You've no idea. You've seen that I know quite a few things about you, far more than you would have imagined. Do you owe him any money? Yes, that too, but that's not the main thing. I can't tell you, just can't. Wouldn't it help if I gave you as much as you owe him? No, that's not it. And you promise not to tell anyone about it. Not a word. You can trust me, Sinclair. You can tell me your secret some other time. Never, I shouted. As you like. All I meant was, perhaps you will tell me more some other time. Voluntarily, of course. You don't think I would treat you the way Krummer does, do you? Oh, no. But what do you know about that anyhow? Nothing whatever. I've merely thought it over and I'd never do it Chroma's way. You can believe that. Besides, you don't owe me anything. We did not speak for a long time, and I began to calm down. Yet I found Demian's knowledge all the more puzzling. I'm going home now, he said, and gathered his coat closer around him in the rain. There's just one more thing I'd like to say to you since we've gotten so far. You ought to get rid of this bastard. If there's no other way of doing it, kill him. It would impress and please me if you did. I'd even lend you a hand. The story of Cain suddenly recurred to me, and I became afraid again. Everything began to seem so ominous to me that I began to whimper. I was surrounded by too much that I didn't understand. All right, Max Demian smiled. Go on home. We'll find a way, even though killing him would be the simplest. In cases like this, the simplest course is always the best. Your friend Cromer isn't the best friend to have. I found my way home, and it seemed to me that I had been away for a year. Everything looked different. Something like a future, like a hope, now separated me from Cromer. I was no longer alone. Only now did I realize how horribly alone I had been with my secret for weeks on end. And at once I remembered a thought I had had several times before, that a confession to my parents would lighten my load, but would not entirely relieve me of it. Now I had almost confessed to another, to a stranger, and the sense of relief was like a fresh breeze. 자, 오늘은 여기까지예요. 어때요? 여러분들 그 연관문들 빨간색, 그리고 제가 거의 다 그 대화체 문장들이 다 연관문이라고 했죠? 그것들 여러분들 15강 독해에서 맛을 보실 수 있습니다. 자, 여러분 오늘 영상이 여러분이 영어의 감을 잡는 데 도움이 된다면 구독, 좋아요로 알려주세요. 더 좋은 영상을 만드는 데 큰 힘이 될 것입니다. 여러분 감사합니다.